My name is Nade Sunafo Shiana Nade. My name is Nade Sunafo Shiana. I am part of OSEA Cameroon. I am a PhD student. I'm about to complete soon. The work that I am going to present to you now is a part of my PhD entitled insecticide resistance and loss of net physical integrity, a big challenge for vector control in Cameroon. Malaria is still a major public health problem in Cameroon. Vector control is a cornerstone of malaria prevention. The commonly prevention methods used are indoor residual spraying and long-lasting insecticide treatment. However, the sustainability of these control tools is jeopardized by the spread of insecticide resistance among malaria vectors. We all know today that pyrethroids are the most used insecticide for control program. This due to their low toxicity to humans. Unfortunately, the widespread use of this compound constitutes a major obstacle for malaria prevention and control today. The main objective of our project were to investigate the physical integrity of net, the bioefficacy of net, and also the factor associated with the observed physical integrity of net and bioefficacy in the city of Yaoundé. To do that, we first of all assess the physical integrity of net in total in 50 districts of the city of Yaoundé. We did a household survey which included 188 randomly selected houses. We assessed the net ownership, handling and use, and also the factor associated with the net utilization. In each selected house, every net used was found in order to evaluate its physical integrity. The size of each net was then measured with a ruler. The number of all per net were counted and categorized into 4 sites according to WHO guideline. Also, this helps us to determine the proportional Hall index of each mosquito net by using the following formula. And based on the PHE value obtained, we classify the PHE. We classify each net in 3 categories. Use the WHO guideline: good, serviceable, and done. Secondly, we assess the bioefficacy of net, and to do that, we collected larvae all over the city of Yaoundé, especially in Champigny area. We then went to the insectary and got adult mosquito rearing for larvae collection. And we assessed the bioefficacy of net using the WHO Count Bioassay 2030 standard protocol. 5 to 10 unfed Anopheles gambia mosquito aged 2 to 5 days old were introduced into each WHO plastic con enclosed with mosquito net for 3-minute exposure. And then we transfer mosquito into cup and observe the mortality and also record the mortality after 24 hours. And then we calculate the mortality rate using the following formula. For the physical integrity of net, we record that there were a very high proportion of net found with hole, and the number of hole per net varied from 0 to 45, and a total of a proportion of 56% of net were found with all and were Taiwan. 24% of net were Site 2, 30 were Site 3 and 4, and 5 were Site 4. PHE range from 5,811 and 41% of net were found to be in serviceable condition, 28% of net were found to be in done condition, and only 29% of net were found to be in good condition. And the most reported cause of physical damage reported was tear. A univariate negative logistic regression helped us to determine the factor associated with the loss of the observed physical integrity of net. The abundance of hull on the net significantly contribute to its deterioration, as you can see in this figure. Also, the hull location also correlates with the current loss of the physical integrity of net. The PHE of net varied on different sides, and the PHE was significantly higher when the holes were present in all sides of the net. We also noted that the PHE was high in net that had been in use for more than 3 years than net that had been in use for 3 or less than 3 years. The number of slipper per net also influenced the physical integrity of net, and the PHE significantly increased in net with more than 2 slippers compared to those with 2 or less than 2 slippers. The PHE was significantly higher when adults and children sleep in the same bed net, and also when children sleep in the same bed net compared to when an adult slept alone in the bed net. The PHE was significantly higher in dirty mosquito than the clean mosquito net. Also, the use of detergent also influenced the physical integrity of net, and the PHE was significantly higher in mosquito net wash with detergent than in those that were not. And the PHE was significantly higher in net wash 11 to 50 times compared to net wash 6 to 5 to 10 times, and those wash less than or equal to 6 times. Lastly, we also noted that the washing frequency also influenced the physical integrity of net. As such, PHE was significantly higher in net wash more than twice a year compared to those washed twice a year or once a year. For the bioefficacy of net, we use 5 different brands of net, and interceptor and pan and olicet net were the most common net found in horses. Also, the main active ingredient found in all net was pyrethroid and include alpha-cypermethrin, permethrin and deltamethrin. And for the bioefficacy of net, a susceptible laboratory strain Anopheles gambia Kisumu was used as control. We noted that there were a high insecticide resistance against few mosquitoes. The mortality rate ranged from 0 to 42%. And unfortunately, all nets were no longer effective against the few Anopheles gambia mosquito population. And in the contrary, we noted that the susceptible strain was effective against our mosquito net. A multivariate mixed logistic regression model was used to identify factors affecting the loss of bioefficacy of net. We also noted here that the use of detergent significantly influenced the loss of the bioefficacy of net, and we noted a significant decrease in bioefficacy in net wash with detergent compared to those that were not washed with detergent. Also, we noted a significant decrease in bioefficacy in dirty mosquito net compared to clean one, although the mean person mortality was still below the threshold. The number of wash also influenced the bioefficacy of net, and we record a significant decrease in bioefficacy of net wash less than 5 times than those washed 6 to 10 times. The net usage time significantly decreased in bioefficacy of net for more than 3 years in use compared to those less or equal to 3 years in use. To conclude, we can say that there is a high and extreme loss of physical integrity of net in Yaoundé, and there is also a total loss of bioefficacy of net, and those represent a serious challenge for vector control strategy. Many factors were found to strongly correlate with the reported loss of bioefficacy and physical integrity of net. As recommendation, national malaria control programs should continually raise awareness, educate the community on the use, maintenance, and handling of net, and review the net mass distribution campaign schedule. Also, new approaches and active systems of insecticide-resistant monitoring are usually need to be implemented. This to slow down the spread of insecticide resistance and strengthen the vector control and eradicate malaria. Thanks for your kind attention.